Latest Cowboys rumors. With 2026 NFL offseason. Here, the 2026 NFL offseason hasn't officially opened yet, but make no mistake, the Dallas Cowboys are already at the center of the NFL rumor mill, and the noise coming out of the league right now is getting louder by the day. Front offices around the NFL are watching Dallas closely, agents are circling, and rival executives are quietly preparing for the possibility that the Cowboys may finally make moves that shake up the balance of power in the NFC. For Cowboys fans, this offseason feels different, and not just because of what's being said publicly, but because of what's being whispered behind the scenes. Inside league circles, there's a growing belief that the Cowboys are entering a true pivot point. This is no longer about small tweaks or one-year fixes. The talk is about direction, identity, and whether Dallas is ready to finally break from patterns that have held them back for years. Multiple insiders have hinted that the Cowboys front office understands the pressure is at an all-time high, and that the patience of the fan base, and even the locker room, is wearing thin. The 2026 offseason is being described by some as a now-or-never moment for this roster. One of the biggest rumors gaining traction right now revolves around the Cowboys' approach to the quarterback position. While Dak Prescott remains the face of the franchise, there's increasing chatter that Dallas is quietly evaluating long-term contingency plans. This does not necessarily mean they are moving on immediately, but it does suggest that the Cowboys are no longer operating under blind loyalty. League sources claim Dallas scouts have been spending significant time evaluating potential future quarterbacks, both in upcoming draft classes and among younger backups around the league who could become available via trade. This has fueled speculation that Dallas could explore a bold move, either by drafting a quarterback earlier than expected or by positioning themselves to pounce if a surprise name hits the trade market. Executives from other teams have reportedly asked about Dallas's willingness to listen on major roster pieces, which tells you one thing clearly. The league senses vulnerability, but also opportunity. At the same time, there's no denying that Dak Prescott's future with the Cowboys remains one of the most polarizing topics in football. Some insiders believe the organization still sees him as the best option to win right now, especially if the roster around him improves. Others believe the front office is bracing for the possibility that the window with Dak may be closing faster than anticipated. Either way, this quarterback conversation is going to dominate the early stages of the offseason, and it could dictate every other move Dallas makes. Another rumor that refuses to die involves the Cowboys' running back situation. For years, Dallas has struggled to find consistency and explosiveness in the backfield. League sources say the Cowboys are actively exploring multiple avenues, including free agency and the draft, to finally address this issue in a meaningful way. There's growing belief that Dallas wants a true three-down back who can change games, not just fill carries. Several veteran running backs have been loosely linked to Dallas in recent weeks, and while no deal is imminent, insiders suggest the Cowboys are monitoring market conditions closely. The idea is simple. If the price is right, Dallas may finally be willing to spend real resources on fixing the run game, something that has been neglected far too often in recent seasons. But the most explosive rumors surrounding the Cowboys right now involve the wide receiver room. With CeeDee Lamb firmly established as a superstar, the question becomes what Dallas does next. Sources around the league say the Cowboys are aggressively exploring ways to add another high-impact receiver, either through a trade or a surprise free agent signing. There's internal belief that opposing defenses have learned how to slow Dallas down when Lamb is the only true threat. What's interesting is that some insiders claim the Cowboys have already held internal discussions about moving significant draft capital to acquire a proven receiver rather than waiting to develop one. That alone signals a philosophical shift. For years, Dallas has preached patience and internal development. The current rumors suggest urgency has replaced comfort. On the defensive side of the ball, the Cowboys are facing just as many questions. Micah Parsons remains the cornerstone of the defense, but league executives believe Dallas is aware that one superstar is not enough. There's quiet concern about depth, consistency, and the ability to close games against elite offenses. Rumors suggest the Cowboys are exploring ways to add another disruptive pass rusher to take pressure off Parsons and create chaos up front. There's also growing speculation about changes in the secondary. While Dallas has invested heavily in defensive backs in recent years, insiders say the front office is not fully satisfied with the unit's performance against top-tier quarterbacks. Expect Dallas to be linked to multiple corners and safeties as rumors heat up, especially veterans who could provide leadership and stability. There's also internal discussion, according to sources, about the coaching staff and scheme adjustments. While no immediate changes are guaranteed, there's growing belief that Dallas is evaluating whether the current approach maximizes the talent on the roster. This includes offensive philosophy, situational play calling, and even how players are being developed year to year. Another rumor making rounds involves potential surprise trade candidates. While no names are confirmed, several league insiders believe at least one established Cowboys starter could be made available if the right offer comes along. This would be a shocking move for a franchise known for holding on to its stars, but desperation changes behavior, and Dallas may finally be feeling it. Cap space is another major factor driving these rumors. The Cowboys are walking a tightrope financially, and sources suggest there's active debate inside the organization about how to restructure deals, who to extend, and who might need to be moved. These decisions will shape the roster for years to come, and mistakes here could be catastrophic. What makes the 2026 offseason so intriguing is that it feels like the league is waiting on Dallas. Other teams are monitoring their moves, knowing that one aggressive decision by the Cowboys could trigger a domino effect across the NFC. Whether it's a blockbuster trade, a surprise signing, or a draft day shocker, Dallas has the power to reset the conversation. For Cowboys fans, this offseason is going to be emotionally exhausting. Every rumor will feel like a referendum on the franchise's future. Every leaked report will spark debates, arguments, and hope. But one thing is clear: the days of predictability in Dallas may finally be coming to an end. The Cowboys are no longer being viewed as a team content with relevance. They are being viewed as a franchise at a crossroads. Do they double down on their core and push all their chips in? Or do they begin preparing for a new era altogether? The rumors suggest the front office knows the answer matters more now than ever. As the 2026 NFL offseason approaches, expect the noise to get louder, the speculation to get wilder, and the pressure to increase. The Cowboys are being watched, judged, and analyzed from every angle. And whether these rumors turn into reality or not, one thing is certain: change is coming to Dallas, and it may arrive faster and more dramatically than anyone expects. If you're a Cowboys fan, buckle up. This offseason could redefine the franchise for the next decade. And every move, every rumor, and every decision will tell us exactly who the Dallas Cowboys really are when it matters most.